Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program, Liberia First Nigeria. Today is Monday, February the 9th, 2026. We have a great show coming up for all of us here. So I invite you to invite others, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Okay? My name is Weah Michael Johnson, and we do broadcast from Detroit, Michigan. We broadcast across all social media, including Facebook and YouTube. So like the page, follow the page, be my guest. Tonight's show includes, but not limited to, His Excellency President George Weah, Congratulate Bishop Darlington Paye Johnson, where he cautioned Liberians to be, quote, peaceful and do not swear themselves that he cannot be, and of course, adding, those who swear about me are no more. Let's dig deeper into that. Also, coming up, Supreme Court of Liberia summons. Liberians at home and abroad will be glued to social media on Tuesday, as tomorrow, February 10th, 2026, when a full bench of the Liberia Supreme Court listens to arguments on the freedom of speech versus freedom of thought. Is the Supreme Court of Liberia both the complainants and judges at the same time? Will each member of the bench take a vote to decide the ruling? Will the Chief Justice recuse himself since the citation named him as the injured person? Let's dig deeper. Will the Chief Justice recuse himself? It's gonna be the other way around. Will each judge or justice of the Supreme Court take a vote to decide the ruling? Who represents the Supreme Court? Will the Supreme Court have a lawyer representing her, defending her? Let's dig deeper into that case. That's CDC expels dissidents. The Congress of Democratic Change, CDC, has expelled with immediate effect 3 persons and referred to them as Dissidents Collaborators. Let's dig deeper into that as well. Also, coming up, Eviction versus Demolition. Eviction versus Demolition. court in Liberia ordered a prohibition in the 72nd land dispute, including herself business CEO, the lady who was tried the other day. The AF refused to honor the court's order and went ahead to condone of the properties in question. Joseph Human Boycott told reporters when asked to intervene, but quote, God is not making new land. And of course, why is the Unity Party government selective in which ruling of the court it will honor? Why is the JNB Administration bent on demolishing communities of poverty stricken Liberians' homes and making them homeless in their own country? Did the court order eviction or demolition? What is the central government response to self-inflicted catastrophe? Can the affected citizens in a recent demolition in Saye Town seek justice or redress in a court? What was the case? Taking a court. Let's dig deeper. If you join us here for the very first time, we say welcome to you. All of you that are returning, we say welcome as well. We've got a great show coming up here. Also coming up, State of the Nation Live. Joseph Human Boycott's State of the Nation Live of Scotland Street has categorized as mostly lies, and his information minister, Darlington Paye, had to apologize for some serious segments of the speech following former Finance Development Planning Minister Samuel D. Jr.'s reporter. Who were the writers? Who wrote the speech? Did Joseph Human Boycott proofread the speech before presenting it to the Liberian people? Why isn't anyone being punished for such egregious act? Let's dig deeper. Also coming up, asset recovery or targeted wage hunt. The asset recovery team consist of Madam Claire Marie Weah's foundation, the Claire Hope Foundation, has been described by Liberians as a targeted witch hunt by the Unity Party government and needs to stop. Thus allocating money in the national budget for the office of the First Lady to pay her staff salaries and operations illegal or means she's being paid a salary. Thus the current Unity Party government national budget includes funding for Katumu Boycott. She being paid a salary. Let's dig deeper. Also, D12 challenge. Former Finance Minister Samuel D12 Jr. has challenged Minister Lapointe that he, nor the Unity Party government, can reverse harmonization. What did Lapointe say that caused D12's response or challenge? Let's dig deeper. Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. Talking about Favor Morris here in the Netherlands. Happy birthday to you, Favor Morris. As it said, I called Zawolo for the Maryland area. Also celebrating the birthdays tonight. Yeah, Brody Dubber. Yeah, Brody Dubber for Providence, Rhode Island. Jackie Washington. Happy birthday to you. Joseph Gono of Monrovia. Enoch B. George of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Benty Benson. Agnes Donny. Yeezy Bodo Yano of Philadelphia. And our pretty exciting Clara. And for all of you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we'll say congratulations to you. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well, okay? We've got a great show coming up here. And so we invite you to invite others. Like the page, follow the page, be my guest. Again, tonight's broadcast is brought to us through the sponsorship of candidate for PA District number 185, Joe Saka campaign team. Again, tonight's broadcast is brought to us through the sponsorship of candidate Joseph Saka or Joe Saka campaign team there in PA, Pennsylvania. They had a campaign launch on this Saturday. We're going to bring you highlights from there. Okay. Also, this broadcast is being sponsored by the first global conference and official launch, Canada Afrique Care Foundation, Building the Future with Canada and Africa. They have their first global conference and official launch on April 17th through the 19th in Montreal, Canada. Okay, and of course, our own Pale Orito Reto, Wanto Tia Wanto, and the former Minister of Health, Dr. Weah Jala, are all party to this program. They will be there, and you want to join them if you can. You want to join them and make it there, okay? My name is Weah Michael Gilman, and of course, tonight's conversation centers a whole lot on a whole lot here. So let's do this.
Us that they have reverse harmonization. Where are the people that are running around saying they have reverse harmonization? Where are they? You talk in chat room, you run your mouth, you run and talk tabata. Where's the law that harmonization was reversed? People celebrating Gaffron lying and say we have reverse harmonization, we're doing it small. Is that what's going on with the government? We got the law, we got everything. It was signed. Lawmaker went away, they signed it. They sent it to the president signed it. It's there that the government of Liberia. But what are you hearing today, Jacob? They put saying without reverse harmonization. That true? Are you kidding me? How can these guys, well-learned individual, follow Gaffron lies that we have revised harmonization? Is that how to do it? Is that the amendment? Is it LSCC? We increase your salary. GSC, we increase your salary, and we do go to the Supreme Court. Is that the proper way to do it? This is a law. It's a problem. We revise harmonization. That's a problem. Why these people, they have turned to government of clarification. They have turned to be government of clarification. They will come back tomorrow to clarify again. Because clarify on 70,000, clarify on the road, clarify on the sonar, clarify on everything, and they will clarify again. But what kind of problem with ESO? What kind of problem with ESO? But what kind of problem we find ourselves in? Who put us in this problem? How can we get all of this? Because you increase the people's salary, you say you're reversing. Well, are you guys sure that man is an economist? Are you guys sure that he gets a degree? I see. So he's a bank teller. Can anybody tell us that they have reverse harmonization?
Can anybody tell us that they have reverse harmonization? Can they? How can you reverse harmonization if you did not pass any law. Harmonization is a law. Can they?
Suffer to remove John Malawi. John Malawi is eating aspirin right now. John Malawi is just laughing. Can you imagine? Just imagine for God's sake. We fight for the better Liberia. We did something that only God knows and God will forgive us for the better Liberia. Can you imagine? Is this what we fought for? I know too much, my fellow Liberians. I'm in too deep, my fellow Liberians. Ask them where were they when we were fighting? Where were they when you were in the poo-poo water? Where were they when you used to fast and pray every morning, every evening, and every night? Where were those people? 17,000 plus you voted in favor of Joseph Human Boycott. Some of the guys that were living in America eating a Burger King, eating a filet mignon. Yes, today they are not looking at you. Today they are insulting you. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Today they are lying and saying that at you. Today they are insulting you. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. Today they are insulting you. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. Today they are insulting you. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. Can you imagine? Hey, they are not looking at you. Today they are insulting you. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. You want us to create the ministry of bread and butter. The ministry of bread and butter. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Today they are lying and saying that because of glitches in the computer system, that's why civil servant cannot get the pay on time. Can you imagine? Who should the president turn to? Who? Who do we have out there that the president can bring in? Help us. We brought Brahma Kamara. He said Senator left something in the office that was chasing him. Obo died, he ran away, he resigned. He said he cannot ride a car, Senator or ride in. He cannot go in the office, Senator or go in. Because the poor wish is out for him. If he walking, he talking to himself, he check up. He almost he left. Joseph Boycott looking around for the competent finance minister. We brought an accountant that was working at the bank. We brought him. That's what we get today. Nothing. What we get today. Nothing. He check up. He almost he left. Joseph Boycott looking around for the competent finance minister. Joseph Boycott looking around for the competent finance minister. He left. Joseph Boycott looking around for the competent finance minister. We brought an accountant that was working at the bank. We brought him. That's what we get today. Nothing.
We fought for a better Liberia. So where is this better Liberia? Is it with the Supreme Court? Is it with the executive branch? Is it with Joseph Boycott or Sleeping Boycott? Where is the better Liberia? Take a look, take a listen here.
Radio, social media, the Supreme Court has had one Justin is young, otherwise known as property in contempt. I think this is an opportunity for me to clarify that the Supreme Court of Liberia has not put a full property in contempt. The Constitution of Liberia gives freedom of speech, freedom of expression for all our citizens. And the Supreme Court of Liberia guards that freedom very, very well. The same Constitution also gives the Supreme Court of Liberia the right to interpret the Constitution and laws of Liberia. And whatever it says is the final. The recent time there have been attacks on the Supreme Court, specifically on the Chief Justice and even the mother of the Chief Justice. The Supreme Court felt that it is important to cite property to clear the so-called opinion why it cannot be held in contempt, but demeaning the court and outright abusing the mother of the sitting Chief Justice. Property will be given due process in court. We appear with the lawyer tomorrow, and we tell the court, we give the court sufficient reason why should not be here in contempt. Our law requires that you appear to answer. If you give sufficient reason, you will walk away and do nothing has happened. So we are not hard from the king contempt. It is not true that he has. But if you want to be able to have your contempt, you must be giving your tea. You must be called, you must be cited, and given an opportunity to answer. That's the process we are going through. Other people say why you guys are not happy. In the past, maybe he has insulted other people, but he has not insulted the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court will not go look for case. Nobody has brought it to the attention of the court. But now that the court is under attack, the coconut law has the right to defend itself. So we are saying I for lawyers to defend us. But when the law says, and when the court is under attack, I have a lawyer to try and defend you. So our lawyer and his lawyer to be able to interpret the law. That's all we're trying to do. So please correct it that the Supreme Court of Nigeria has not anybody or property in contempt. All the radio, social media, that the Supreme Court has had.
Okay, that's one of the stories we are working on tonight here. The Supreme Court of Liberia. Okay, and we are asking the following questions. We said Supreme Court of Liberia summons Liberians at home and abroad will be glued to social media on Tuesday, that's tomorrow, February 10th, 2026, when a full bench listens to arguments on the freedom of speech versus freedom of insults. Is the Supreme Court both the complainant and judges at the same time? Will each member of the bench take a vote to decide the ruling? Will the Chief Justice Bese recuse himself since the citation named him as the injured person or injured party? Let's dig deeper. Okay. This story is, of course, have captured many, or almost all of the platforms for the simple reason we don't celebrate, we don't talk about that guy here. We don't call his name. That's why you saw how we chose our words to cover this story. But you all know him. We don't celebrate him here. We don't do nothing. But the gentleman who is the legal advisor to Joseph Yuman Boakai, Bushiban Keita. Bushiban Keita, you remember when he Bushiban Keita decided the case brought by Cultural Ambassador Julie Endy. You remember that, right? The case brought by Julie Endy. Bushiban Keita said, this is the video right here. Let me put it up and then you be the judge. This is the video right here of Bushiban Keita. Okay, take a look and take a listen to Joseph Boakai's legal advisor. Joseph Boakai's legal advisor. Take a look take a listen here. And then you tell me, what do you anticipate tomorrow?
The city solicitor in the Monrovia City Court filed a case on behalf of the government of Liberia against Prophet Key and charged him criminally because he made certain statements on a podcast that me and his fellow were insulting to her. It's in the environment on the arrest. So they charged him criminally for speech that he made. The part that I played in it was I called the city solicitor and I asked him, is it true that you have arrested Prophet Key on behalf of the government of Liberia and charged him criminally? He said, yes. I said, on what basis? He said, on the basis of a complaint filed by this lady who said that she was criminally insulted in his podcast. Then I asked, are you aware of the Table Mountain Declaration that Liberia signed, where Liberia decriminalized the criminalized speech? And are you also aware of the 2019 Camara A, Camara I, where we repealed all the penal code sections that has to do with criminal speech? He said, well, I will, that counselor, persuaded to me. I said, okay, go and look at it. And if you see that speech of the kind that Prophet Key made has been decriminalized, that people cannot be arrested for it, then your best course of action will be to drop the case. Because we are suing in the name of the Republic of Liberia. You have a rate that says Republic of Liberia by and through to the end President Prophet Key. And it is not the government position. This government is not arresting anybody for speech. We don't arrest people for abusive.
Okay. That's Bishop Keita. You heard him loud and clear. This government is not arresting anybody for speech. That's free speech. He cited the Abdullah Kamara law bill that was signed into law by President George Weah. He cited the Timber Mountain Declaration and the decriminalization of speech as a whole. Did he say some speeches or speech as a whole? Is the Supreme Court not part of the government? Huh? Liberians will be glued to social media tomorrow to find out what happened at the Supreme Court tomorrow.
My name is Theophilus. You talked about renovating those barracks in Liberia, particularly the 72nd barracks. There is this issue about those living around the barracks. They are now saying that the soldiers who went there to claim the entire place, they are saying the front view does not belong to the army, Mr. President. Do you have something to say about this?
You know, this is one of the things that we have to do in this country. That's why I said to minister to agencies, when you have an agency, make sure, apart from running the office, know your asset, know. So the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that, but we make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who?
The occupants.
The army consider who?
The occupants.
The army people.
them back because
To reconsider who?
the occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood that they are placed. God is not making new land. Livelihood that they are placed. God is not making new land. They are placed. God is not making new land. God is not making new land. That place. God is not making new land. God is not making new land. God is not making new land. That place. God is not making new land. That is not making new land. That is not making new land. That place is not making new land. That place is not making new land. That place is not making new land. That place.
Okay. God is not making new lands. God is not in the business of making new lands. That place belongs to the army people. But a court, the very court, issued a prohibition so that the AFL do not go and take the people's property or demolish their properties. The AFL did not even sign to receive the court order. They did not. They did not. They did not receive the order. And Joseph Boakai came and buttressed them and said, go ahead, take the place. It's yours. You should be able to know your, besides executing your function, you should be able to know your demarcation. God is not making new lands. God is not making new lands. When people, citizens, are crying across the country, Joseph Boakai says, God is not making new lands.
This is Inside Liberia, and of course we are here at the Temple of Justice, and as you may be informed that Saye Town has been a place of attraction where a lot of residents have been homeless, and of course we are at the Temple of Justice and we do not know exactly what they have come for, so we're going to be reaching out to them to tell us exactly what they have come here to the court. And so I don't know who will be the best person we'll talk to. Let's talk to you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
What is your name?
I'm Wellington Thompson III.
Where are you from?
From Saye Town, a descendant of J.H. Harry Preston.
Why are you here at the Temple of Justice?
So my property was being demolished by order from the court.
How did the whole thing start?
We don't know. We just woke up 5 o'clock yesterday, Saturday morning. I received call from a tenant in the residence. Say, oh, some cold power, the follow a play with police force. Being a police officer, I proceeded to the place to understand what was going on. When I got there, I met the sheriff. I said, what order are you implementing? Then he provided me a copy of the writ. So then I took the writ already. I said, for the writ, it said you must ousted, you must eject, and you must evict. It did not say you must demolish. Why are you using bulldozers to break the property? Because we know, we feel that we know. So I said, this thing here, it shouldn't be what you're doing. So he said that the order from the court can't do nothing. So I said, we're having our property, we're having documents to our claims here. So you can't come here, go on notifying us, calling us for a meeting or conference to say, oh, this place for our body land period a year ago. You must from my grandparents, bought the land and passed it on down to my parents, and my parents in turn passed the land on down to us as children. And they play have been occupying the place for 78 years, since 1948, according to our deed, since 1948.
Information having that this issue have been in court. How true is it?
I did not know because we did not receive any information on the court. If the person know that they get issue or all issue, I invited us, but they did not invite us. The court did not do due diligence to send for us to come and investigate, do investigative survey on the property or the deed the person gave to them.
Who is the person that is claiming this land?
One so-called even number that I have never seen.
But have you?
I have not
Okay,
seen
you
how
listen to one of the residents there from Saye Town, and he said, in fact, he's a police officer, and his property was demolished by the government, I would say, because the government did not stop them, did not stop the bulldozer, the court-ordered eviction. You heard the gentleman there, and he showed us the document, the court-ordered eviction. The court did not order demolition. No, they did not. Here is another victim.
Now you were sitting there, you just came yesterday morning on noon to everybody, and you start breaking our places down. And now you coming in, telling people say they should come and write their name because the people are going to ask someone yesterday. Let me hear my three children. Let my daughter sit here. Let my son recalling me. My son is sitting around. He is too afraid. He's so frustrated. Look at them. It's just too frustrated. I'm telling you. I think my son speaking from day one up to present. How you expect me to survive? My only point of surviving was a shop that you saw there yesterday. And they broke that shop down. Here my house, I couldn't even take anything from my house. If you see on the live stream, you will see my son was there saying this is a private property. While my son was saying that, the PSU people took my son. They put him in jail from the morning up to almost 6 o'clock before they were able to take my son from in jail. Against the country we in, nobody couldn't talk yesterday. No intervention. Even the so-called representative, he came here yesterday, couldn't say anything because all of them were born. Everybody is bad in this country. Money speak. Anybody that got money, they can do anything to you, and nothing will come from inside. People will depending on them to protect or they're not protecting or they're protecting their interest in their money. They gave them money, and they will even try and cut your throat. See what they did. Last year she cried, want me, my mother go to the horse. Why the horse I get to go? I get a horse. They place our very body. We got tea for it. Everybody in the community buy from the same grantor. Everybody here buy from the same grantor.
All right. Everybody bought from the same landowner, allegedly. You heard the first guy that claiming that his parents bought the land since 1948. Since 1948, his parents bought the land, left it with them, pass it on. And somebody came and said, the land is for them. That person is not even good 50 years old. And demolished the people property. The court said eviction. The court did not order demolition. And Joseph Boyka said, God is not coming, is not making new lands. Whether he was quoting from somewhere, quoting somebody as a leader of the people, you call yourself supposedly leader of a country with 42 years, 42 plenty years of experience. Where is your compassion? Where is the heart? Where is it? Where is the love for the less fortunate? How do you decimate, break down, destroy communities? Not one lot, not two lots, but entire communities swept. How? How do you do that? What level of development have you initiated that will warrant such heartless undertaking? God is not in the business of making new lands. President Weah did speak to a congregation yesterday at a Thanksgiving service of the Fifth Life Ministries International, where Bishop Paye was ordained, and he went there to congratulate him. But he had a message of peace for the Liberian people.
Accolades. But if you see the injured player, it's like I've never been injured before. But the injury that I get, because some people are soft in their mind, they never come back. They never come back. But I'm a resilient person, very strong in my own mind, and nothing can discourage me, neither break me down. Because I've seen it, I've had the test of time. But what I want to say, to leave this altar, do not swear yourself for me. Everybody that say that he can't be this, he can't be that, if it happens, let me die. Those people die. Don't be them. Please don't be them. Be positive. Some people swear, if Joy Weah become this, let me die. Those people gone. It shouldn't be you. Be objective, be positive, and be able to hold a conversation. What's going on in our country, politics, you got to understand it. You got to sit with even your opponents. Understanding, if you can convince him to believe in you, you can convince that person. Fighting is not the best thing to do. Insults is not the best thing to do. And that's why you see, when Jesus, every time they attack Jesus, he explained to that person who he is and what he's doing. We are all one family. I got aunties from Lofa County. I got uncles from Grand Gile. I got sisters from Maryland, Southtown, Grand Bassett. My family big. And I show all of you, you can see that we are one family in a small country. So we got to treat each other good. The politics, remember when we decided that the politics would divide us? Who can tell me what happened? What happened? War, right? War. And when we went to refugee camps, and everybody that tested that camp, do we want to go back there? No. Because the camp will take away your dignity, your respect, your love for people. So let us be one family. I'll tell you something funny happened the other day. A little girl tested me. Oh, my school fee not paid. I said, okay, what can I do? Oh, our daddy, you know, the school fee has. I said, okay, what can I do? I said, okay, send me all your CDC, send me all your CDC hat and t-shirt. It took her 3 days to send it to me. She can send it. Then I took a picture and sent it to a friend. I said, the person that your friend, check. Who are they? I saw a picture, she all a unity partisan. In the street. So I sent it to her. I said, are you there? Say, oh, daddy, yeah, oh, you know that time where, but please forgive me for God's sake. So we'll do a lot of things for God's sake, whether you're a unity partisan or you're sedition. That's why in our government, we all work together. I said something on the Facebook. One official of government, I sent a message to him. I said, you don't need to speak like that. Because when you are in opposition, remember you're asking for food, you're asking for food, you're asking for everything. So when the children are calling you, do the same. And say, oh, Papa, sorry. So we are one people. I could come here and run into your kitchen. Food there, at Joshua, you can be a unity partisan, but give me food because we are human beings. Let us not hate each other here for colors or what we believe. The first thing we should believe that we are all human beings and we are family. So Bishop Paye, I want to thank you for inviting me. I want to say this because a lot of people say, oh, you need to talk, you need to talk. No. I don't need to say anything. You know what happened, you know the actions, and you will judge. God, for all of us, let us believe in God and live our life and take care of our country so we some all can get old and be here. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for inviting me. And thank you for being positive. I listened to you and I want to came here today. You are a just person. And Pastor, you spoke to me in that room. Bishop, you spoke to me in that room. And I will say to you that my brother, who is a bishop, of course, what happened, happened. But because of you, we'll go back and make peace. We'll go back and make peace. Because of you. Because I don't want to be angry in my life. I'm a young guy and I respect that person. That guy, everything that he wanted, when he wanted to talk to me, he was calling me. To settle dispute, he will call me. And I'm not going to call name. But because of you, you spoke to me and I listened to you. We will go and we'll make peace.
We will go and we will make peace. His Excellency President George Weah. We will go and we will make peace. This comment by Karim Kroma kind of interests me a little bit. George Weah continued to preach peace, peace, when his supporters' necks are crushed to the ground. Let him be there with his peace, peace, as if he's the one responsible for peace in the country. He's been preaching peace until today. The people come and take his wife's property. Yeah. Karim, thank you for this comment. Because, today, the public work minister had to come out to say that Joseph Boyka property in rehab is not in any alley. It is only surrounded by alleys with an S. And Liberians are looking at the way this government by Joseph Boyka is treating the ordinary citizens. And they are hoping and praying and calling on, wanting back President Weah. That he has learned his lesson. That the Unity Party of Joseph Boakai have taught Liberians, all of us, dirty way in the Liberian parlance. How to be dirty. Dirty way. If Joseph Boakai can come out and tell the Liberian people, God is not in the business of making new lands or making lands anymore, when he erased entire communities, neighborhoods, whole blocks, breaking people's houses down and talking about they are in the alleys. But his property is surrounded by alleys. So those alleys are like what the international deadline. I think it's the international deadline. Just to put countries in the same time zone, it bam, the international deadline. It bam, to put countries in the same time zone. It did not go straight. All the longitudes are the ones that set the time zone, right? And the international deadline, which is the Greenwich Meridian, on which Great Britain, Liberia, they all line up out on the same time zone or so. Greenwich Mean Time, right? The longitudinal bam. That's what the Public Works Minister wants us to believe, that Boakai House is surrounded by alleys. The alley is supposed to come straight, but it bend like this. The other one's supposed to come straight, it bend like that. The other one coming from this side supposed to come straight, it bend like that. The other one coming supposed to come straight, it went the other way. And Liberians are hoping that Boakai House will be in the alley. And that alley must be open. Traffic must flow. That's what the people are saying. That's what they want. Whether the next government will be a George Weah second term, a CDC second term, or any other government, any other person, Liberians are saying that a way should also be applied. To these current folks in the Unity Party for their merciless attitude towards the Liberian people. And let me tell you, God is not going to make Liberians or cause Liberians to go to another war. There will not be another war in Liberia. That is not going to happen. Okay? That is not going to happen. Let me quickly welcome Delano Tamasa, and then we'll go back to our conversation, our monologue. Tamasa, welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you, the wise man. Thank you so much for having me on the global stage.
No doubt.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
I know you're already in the driving mood, but let me just say hi to our people that are following us, more specifically, those in Liberia, and secondly, our diaspora friends and followers,
right?
The CLN, and that is the GHT family. I just want to say hello. Happy second day of the week, Monday, where the wise man is pretty sitting tight, ready to drive us through. So let me just swing over to him quickly to continue. But it's good to be here, the wise man.
Absolutely. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Anytime you want to come in, just fire up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to come in anytime, you know your microphone open anytime. Okay. The Liberian people are not going to go back to war. Like President Weah stated in that message yesterday. What happened? When we went against one another, we had war. We experienced war. Okay? War is not good. And nobody wants war. If Liberian people wanted war, the first time Joseph Boyka went to District 17, Hotel Africa, and demolished homes and Catholic community, now Saye Town, and they go into 72nd and every other where. You know how many people? Forget about the demolition of homes. The dismissals, the mass dismissal. The mass dismissal of citizens simply because the government said they are seditions. What did you hear President Weah say yesterday? We met you there, Unity Party people. We kept you together. We held together. We kept you in your positions. We kept you in your positions. But one person is not going to be responsible for the peace of the country. One person. Just as the saying goes that one finger cannot pick lice from in the hair, one person cannot be the cause for peace in the country. You can be the symbol of peace, but if the other person or people are out for war, like the Unity Party is under Joseph Boyka, they will do what they want to do, and they are doing it. They are doing it. When does President Weah say something about the Cloud Hope Foundation? To just make a statement and say, lay her off. Lay her off. Lay off my wife and the Cloud Hope Foundation. That is not government money. Okay? I'm saying this, what a young man named Karim Krumah made a statement, and I just pick up from there. Yeah, Karim Krumah made this statement, and I pick up from there. Because you know what? I have told our people, Tamasa, let me enlarge me small so people can really see my face. Okay, when you're speaking, I will bring you back to full circle. Yeah. I have told our people many times what this JNB government is up to. Okay? And the latest I have gotten, I'm going to say here openly before I even tell anybody in the CDC hierarchy. This government is going after the First Lady Claire Marie Weah passport. They're going to try to take her passport so that she doesn't travel. Is somebody hearing me? They are going to get her passport. They want to treat the First Lady, as a common criminal, a flight risk. They want to treat her as a common criminal. Mark my word. How long have we been on this platform? How long have we said things that people doubted and it came to pass? And then people began to call, oh, Mr. Gamer, Mike, yo, you said these things, but we doubted you. And I'm saying it tonight again. I'm saying it tonight again, that the Unity Party government is after Madam Claire Marie Weah, and they want to take her passport. I don't want to be the one to say, I told you so, or I told us so. Because every time we make these statements, these pronouncements about what is to happen, we get somebody in the background that will always come and say, oh, it can't happen. And then from here, where I told you so. It hurts. It hurts. That when you devote your time and energy to information gathering, information dissemination, credible, and there's somebody without any clue to what you are talking about try to trash talk you. I saw a comment on here Somebody say they want to know where the funds originated from. How long has Joseph Boakai been head of the Liberian government? How long? Who is the finance minister? Is it Samuel Twe, still finance minister? Is it Elisha Stal who stay at Central Bank? Do we have Beaufort Chambers as speaker or Funati Kofa as speaker? Do we? Who is the president or pro tem? Is that a sedition? I'm mentioning all of these people because the government must be able, by this time, to adduce any evidence against anybody from the CDC government. To say the 2018, 2019, from 2018 to 2023 national budgets, these were the monies you allocated in the national budget for Clara Marie Weah, Clara Hope, City of Hope Foundation. These are the money. These are the checks. Or they gave her cash in dollar bills. Is that what they gave her? Cash? In $10 and $5 bill? $1 million, $2 million, $3 million in $10 and $5 bills? Is that what they gave her? Let me say hi to Brother A.B. Corner quickly, and then we're going to continue our conversation. Brother A.B., welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening.
Let me say good evening to Delano. I see that the red tie is not on tonight, but you are getting very fiery.
In the blood.
You started slow, but I can see that you are getting very fiery. So I'm just laying by and listening in, my brother. But there's a fascinating topic, and with regards to the issue about the president's statement, I think I trended on early on to state that this man with this Blamado degree, God is not in the business of making land. He created land. He did not make land.
Right.
He created land. And he did that since creation itself. So to be so sarcastic and sensitive is appalling. But we are here, my brother.
Very appalling.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anytime, any you want to say something, just come in before it gets off your mind and you forget. Yeah. Right, Thomas? Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, Abby, you say I'm fiery. I started slow. I did not even say, what the regular thing. Well, I will greet everybody one by one, call your name, read your comment, this and that, because it's a burning sensation. It's burning inside. It's burning. Okay? How can one be so absent-minded, out of touch with reality? Eh? How? How? I see a lot of you just coming on talking about you made it. You can go and replay. Okay? You can go and replay. Yeah. Here we are. When all of these people were sitting at the bar, hailing the insults against President Weah, against the First Lady Clara Marie Weah, and lying all about it, that she's on government payroll, that money is in the budget for her. This government been in power 2 years. The other day, Donald Trump sent FBI people to Atlanta, Georgia, to retrieve ballot papers from the 2020 election. And they took thousands of boxes to go and look into them. From 2020, this government been in power 2 years. Are they not able to go to the central bank and say, let's see all the return checks that were issued to Cloud Marie Weah, to City of Hope? Are they not able to do that? All of those who were insulting her, from the Henry Costa to the one that is going to the court tomorrow, and all of those that were celebrating in between. Why are they not celebrating or talking today? Despite all of that, all of the insults against President Weah, the First Family, and seditions, President Weah decriminalized the free speech. He signed into law the Abdullah Kamara, right, Abi? A bill into law.
Yeah.
It's the Kamara Abdullah Kamara, KAK.
Kamara Abdullah, KAK, Kamara Abdullah Kamara. He signed that into law and decriminalized the free speech. Liberia signed the Timber Mountain Agreement. Okay? Today, we got the Chief Justice who got there by every means that we know of for being a sellout. He approved something, the ultra-vires decision. He was with the whole bench, the Chief Justice your bench. He agreed with them. And then when he saw Justice Yo nearing her retirement, he broke ranks, took bribe from Joseph Boakai. When Boakai could not get his way with the other justices, Bese took bribe. We reported that here. And we reported that Bese was going to be the Chief Justice. Go back on our page. Those information are there. Okay? It's today he basically is saying that if somebody insulted his mom, insulted his pa, called him crook, criminal, whatsoever, a public figure, and so he got the full bench of the Supreme Court to waste taxpayer dollars to listen to bring to the global square this menace, this disgrace. You know what he has done? You know what he has done? Nyami Kwekwe Gbese You know what he has done to the judiciary branch, an equal branch in the government, to lower the bar? And then he's talking about this man going to have his lawyer and the Supreme Court going to have their lawyer. So, who brought the case? Who brought the case? It said the Supreme Court, the full bench, brought the case against this menace of a human being. Why is it that Chief Justice Ogbese, why couldn't he file a lawsuit to a lower court against this man? Why couldn't he? Isn't that the right thing to do? Why be the complainant, the referee, and everything? The linesman, everything in this case. And you talking about we did not hold him in contempt or cite him for contempt. What did the letter say? I see you want to come in, Tamasa.
Oh no, I just want to add on to say he also is the match commissioner, who planned the match. So you see.
The referee, the linesman, the match commissioner, the spectator, he's everything. He's everything. So with this outlook of the judiciary system, the judiciary branch headed by the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice, where decisions by the lower court or the courts are made, and sometimes those decisions are upheld by the Supreme Court. And then you got the executive branch by Joseph Boakai say, to hell with that. We're not going after that. God is not making new lands. That's what he did with the AFL case. The woman crying for justice. The woman crying for her investment. A lower court issued a prohibition. The lady prayed for prohibition. The court, listened and said, the seizure, eviction, demolition, whatsoever is hereby prohibited. The AFL said, to hell with the court. We're not even signing for the document. Boakai said, where? Who? The AFL going for their property. Let them take it. God is not making new land. So what do you expect from Ogbese complaint tomorrow? Where he's the judge, he's the player that allegedly got fouled on the field. He's the referee that sounded a whistle. He's the linesman. My daughter, Mas SB said he's the coach and also the captain. He's everything. And we are not supporting this guy in no way. We don't honor him. We don't respect him. We don't give him any day on here. His name is an abomination to this website, to this page. We don't say his name here. But what sows for the goose sows for the gander. In other words, pepper can burn in door eye alone. Yesterday, it was free speech. Today, let it be free speech. Okay? If insulting George Weah, First Lady Cloud Marie Weah, seditious, and officials of the CDC government was a matter of free speech, let it be the same. If the case brought by Ambassador Julie Endy against this menace and the legal advisor to the president or to the leader, supposedly, Joseph Yiman Boakai, Bushiban Keita, can call the county attorney and say, what are you doing? This government is not in the business of arresting people for speech that they made. Don't you know free speech has been decriminalized? Don't you know that? So what becomes of him tomorrow? Yes, Keter, Wilton Keter. Wilton Keter said, Mr. Gamer, why it is true that this Chief Justice is proceeded wrongly, I want them to put him in jail. This will show that this government is a dictatorial regime. They lie on President Weah and call him names. Now they are the ones exhibiting those very behavior. Absolutely. But, you know, I am not the Yasini Martin Behes, who are selective in their advocacy. Okay? People who are selective in their advocacy. I'm not that person. I speak on issues that are facts based. Whether this, we all know this guy, Muff. They may even insulted me and my mom before. He did. He insulted me and my mom. He did everything that he's doing to Gbese and everybody else that he insulted. He did. But did I pick it up? It's the very first time I'm even commenting that he insulted my mom. The fact remains that we have to be. Abi, you want to come in?
Yeah, my brother.
Okay, let's hear you.
I mean, the way you are firing like this, I hope you got your juice near you or your water near you, guys, because you're going all out there.
Look at me, look at me, look at me.
All right, okay. Okay. So basically, the topics that you are touching here, I will start with the latter that has to do with this Supreme Court issue.
Right.
Look, my brother, we got to look at the bigger picture here. Legislator, almost all of us that one way or the other attached to the public space, politically in Liberia and abroad, we have all been affected by this man. Insanity,
right,
abusive words towards our parents in so many ways. But we got to look at the bigger picture here. These guys are setting the ground game to silence the oppositions and all critical voices in that country under the guise of being injured
Yeah.
by advocates and, of course, these so-called profanity that comes up from some of these people that are under the guise of advocates.
Advocacy, yeah.
So we have to speak to that. Don't be surprised. The next person that if this is allowed to go on for this guy to even spend a day in jail under the guise of, oh, the man sorted my mind and bar,
Yeah.
the next person that they're going to arrest over there in jail will be Yaka Kolba.
Uh-huh.
And you have nowhere to go because
they have set precedents.
This precedent is there, and not only at a lower court, but from the highest
Supreme
court of
yeah.
the land.
The
So where
court.
will he go to seek redress?
Where will he go to seek redress?
You have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So that's the conundrum. That's the worst thing that where many Liberians should condemn. It's not the interest of this individual like you have
not his interest.
No. Nobody's advocating for this.
The end game.
The end game.
Yeah.
And why the precedent will be allowed to be set and people will adhere to. Mind you, if you can recall, just few weeks ago, or if not months, the so-called regime speaker threatened his peers that if anybody speak outside critical of the House of Legislators,
yeah,
they will be reprimanded.
Yeah.
Richard Kuhn stated that in their court.
He did.
In a setting, to the point that it was vehemently opposed by his peers. So this is the grand game here. Yemi Bese, if he had, I would like to publicly admonish all the other associate justices that respect the rule of law not to even take on a particular hearing tomorrow. They should stay away from that because why? They will be presiding over a non-issue.
A non-issue.
That would tint the repetition of that bench to the point that they have set a bad precedent. Because if you have all of these things back by law, the Abdullah Kamara law, then you had the Martin law,
the Timber Mountain law
declaration,
that
was signed in the law. And yesterday you come and they sit there as a chief justice to talk about, oh, the man insulted me and he insulted my mom. Where were you when this brother had been insulting everybody else?
Everybody else.
And the case was dismissed. In fact, they told her that the case should not even proceed.
Right.
From the office of the president.
Thank you.
You say, though you are not a chief justice, you are associate justice at the time. What did you say a word on it? No, you did not. You sat down there, a lawmaker, classify your utterances as lekotor. They call you a drunk.
Yeah.
And you said nothing about it. By the way, this was the bargaining. You back away from the
decision.
Case.
Yeah.
Because initially you are sided with the right side of the law, but they say, oh my man, do that for us, and it's a quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
And we'll make you chief justice.
Yeah.
And that's the position you get today. It's not for your academic intelligence.
No.
You are not one of them. You are not a legal luminary in that direction.
No.
You don't have the academic intelligence. But one is tribal. The next thing is quid pro quo. That you got that position today. For you to go sit there with your peers on the bench talking about, oh, the man insulted my mom.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that so because somebody insulted Bakai just who happened to be the president of the nation, you just go about ordering the police go arrest that man in jail for insulting me?
Yeah.
Come on. So we got to look at the bigger picture. That's why I wanted to address. And lastly, we talk about the Clan Marie case. I mean, this will be a self-inflicted wound on our government. It becomes irreparable. Mind you, this is a dual citizen of the greatest nation of the United States.
Yeah.
So they talk about seizing her passport, and then you can do it. But the repercussion, get prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this is a legal issue and you refuse to take it to court, you don't have any body report public to state that, oh, you're in the capacity as the first lady of the nation. Here are money that was spent, budgeted for this woman's office, and she siphoned them and took it and invested in the club. You have not done anything as such. But rather, you talk about, you say, oh, when your first lady, she went out and solicited, so she's supposed to come and give it to the country. Are you kidding me? Is that the case? But again, they will not do that. They're trying to muscle everything through that even if they go to court and it's litigated against them, they'll say, oh, yeah, go there and do whatever you want to do. They will not respect the case. Case in point, the second case we talked about recently. If there's an injunction or something, now don't do it. And up to today's date, the government and the Justice Ministry are not even speaking about it.
No, not saying anything about it.
But rather, the army is going over there, taking people's properties, everything away. For people to get reckless and talking about God is not making land. God don't make land. God created land.
Right.
And he didn't tell you that. I mean, I have gotten ready again to go transport something else to land again somewhere. He didn't tell you that. So you've been a deacon of the church. You don't even believe the doctrine of that church. Because if you believe it, you'll not be uttering this kind of thing.
You're not utter those things. Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kamasa.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, I think AB, stressed those points. But to just add on to just emphasize on what you said and AB, I think it's a dangerous path we're trying to tread on. It's a very, very dedicated situation that as Liberians we need to watch for. I don't think because how bad is the baby is, we will just throw the baby out and also the water.
The water, yeah.
We need to really study this. Our democracy is beginning to be tightening in the way that the Supreme Court interfering in the matter of free speech. People may say, look, we may not, our president, as you said, this guy is a nuisance to the society.
Absolutely.
No one, we would not, even said, cherish, such a comment he utters on a platform and the words that he used on his platform against people that he disagree with. But we have to be very, very careful. This particular matter is beyond this guide. There are many people that are bent, also handpicked, and they are looking up to them, as AB said. Beyond this guide, this particular matter is. So we have to be very careful, and we should not allow the Supreme Court of the government of Liberia use this particular situation to trample down on free speech, and to crack down on people that have many ways that will be able to articulate their own view in addressing their own matter. If this man has certain thing against the Supreme Court, or even say the Chief Justice has certain thing against this particular man, look, we'll have other courts, have lower courts. Let's just look, how can you bring this nuisance to the Honorable Supreme Court? I mean, see the elevation of this thing, the full bench of the Supreme Court. I try to just think through this. How can the nation spend a budget, spend money for tomorrow for this guy to summon this guy, the full bench of the Supreme Court, making it at a national issue? This guy, I don't know where we are as a nation. When the lady, Judy Andy that you spoke about, she went to court. His father basically said lied. That people didn't take this guy to court. People didn't do other things, but they chose to carry the man because they don't look for cases.
Right.
No,
he lied.
Judy Andy took this guy to court. Then you have Bujuben Keita that pick up the phone, calling the County Anthony that we don't want our government need to be in the press by the international community. This guy should be freed.
Yeah.
Then you sit there as a Chief Justice. You want to bring the entire Supreme Court to public disrepute? Why go after this guy? This guy insulted presidents. Why go after him? There's a way that you can deal with this. But we should be careful. This is not for this guy. I truly believe, as you said it,
that's
what it is not about this guy.
No, it's not about him.
Deeper situation in this.
Right.
They are looking for a way to set a precedent.
To go after people. This lady, Mata Sebro Akima's son, She said it right. She said, surely they will go after AB, Sekou, Abu, Yake when they get him in prison tomorrow because these men speak against them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so this situation is a dedicated situation. We just have to, as those, advocates, we're not looking at this guy. We're not preaching for him.
No,
we're not even said, look, it's just because of responsibility and who we are. We will not shy away from this. They can't hurt our feelings. They went beyond, went to people that we love and cherish, and insulted these people for 6 years.
Yeah,
I will be a happy man. But no, we are looking at certain things beyond this.
Right.
Yeah, it is not about this guy.
Absolutely not.
I just want to get way in there.
Thank you, Delano Tamasa. Joseph Richards said, Mr. Gilmore, can the Liberian government take away American passport from anyone? I don't think they have the authority to do so. No, they can't take an American passport. But as First Lady, she has a Liberian diplomatic passport. Okay, Richards, she has a Liberian diplomatic passport that entitles her to some level of immunities. And they can take that. If they take that, they can deny her visa in her in her US passport. Okay? But not just that. That the President George Weah's wife was subjected to such inhumane treatment that her passport was seized, and it be all on the international wires and what have you, whether the Liberian passport or US passport. You understand? That's what they seek to do, they want to do, to bring her into public ridicule, disrepute. Yeah. So that's what it is. Just, like I stated, I told some of the leaders that this government is not going to stop short of anything but to bring public disgrace to the leaders of the CDC, to put handcuffs on their hands and parade them to court. And whether it's going to be on a Friday, whether we'll take them to court and send them to jail like they did with Funati Kofa and others, and they spend the weekend in whatever detention facility, they want to do it. They will do it. Spend the weekend. Okay? They will do it. That's what they want to do. And they have tested the resolve.
They will do it. That's
yeah.
what they want to do.
Yeah, Ibi.
In the legal terminology, that's what they call neo-exe Republican.
Yeah,
that's what
neo-exe Republican.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they want to do, and embarrass these people, humiliate and subordinate the Weah family to embarrassment. But like I said, it will be self-inflicted wound. The tentacles of that family extend beyond Liberia. Until they come to the realization, they will not even understand. Do you know what it means? People are going to be looking at the likes of Timothy Weah mothers being embarrassed in Liberia.
Yeah.
And they're expecting him to go to play that World Cup here. Let it continue. That's a good trajectory they also. So if those are all things that if you have a legal, legitimate case against an individual, bring it to court.
Bring it to court.
All these shenanigans going around, taking people stuff from there, throwing them into jail only for whether it's an hour or two, humiliating them and bringing them back. You portray them as criminals in the eyes of the world.
Absolutely.
And you say that it will go unanswered or not spoken about in the international space. You might be kidding, so they can keep proceeding.
Absolutely.
The thing that caused the life of the Fatiga today not to be in France, these are some of the things they're playing.
These
here.
are some of them. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's discuss this, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines here. Today, the CDC took an action against 3 people, 3 dissidents, and expelled them. They expelled 3 people. The yellow belly, dissident. They call them dissidents. The yellow belly swine. Tamasa, why are you laughing?
Why that name, that yellow belly swine, you call that name, and now it's like a stigma.
Yeah,
so it's just like
YBS.
Yeah, the YBS.
The YBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're a dissident. Just the letter today, Abby, that was issued by authority of the CDC under the signature of the chairman, Janga Kowo. Yeah. So CDC expels 3 dissident collaborators. The Congress for Democratic Change announces the immediate expulsion of the following Unity Party dissident collaborators: Senator Zoe Penner, Councillor Kandio Bagbala, Representative Samson Weah, Sano County District Number 2. Their expulsions are due to actions deemed disloyal and in violation of sections 38, 39, 41A, 42, 44, 45, 46, and section 47 of the party's constitution. Section 47 states membership in CDC may cease by written or verbal withdrawal, constructive withdrawal by open declaration of transfer of loyalty to another political party, expulsion endorsed by the National Executive Committee, or death. Nobody died.
No.
So they were expelled. But the YBS wants us to believe that he resigned before this action was taken. Okay? That's what he wants us to believe. But let me say here first and foremost that I did not want them to expel this guy, the YBS, because that's what he was looking for. To say, oh, because the XYZ, the party expelled me, and he will use that to get to where he's already at. But the National Executive Committee, the CDC, is bigger than any one person. So if they decided this action, we welcome it. Yeah. But this guy cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt the YBS that he resigned before the letter came out. He cannot prove. You know why he cannot prove? Who did he give the resignation letter to? If he hand deliver it to somebody, who did he give it to? Did he post it on his page? Those of you that do follow him and see all of what he does on social media, did he post on social media like what my dear friend and brother Mobile Molu did when he issued his resignation from the chairmanship, then his membership. He published those things before anybody knew about it. Did the Yellow Belly Swan do likewise? No, he did not. Did he email his resignation and membership withdrawal to anybody, the chairman or anybody in the CDC, any member of NEC? If he did, you will see when that email was written, when it was sent. He can't prove that. Okay? All of the noise he made, crying hunger, looking for crumbs to support his belly-driven centrist. Look at where Joseph Boyka appointed him. To a position where he will continue to beg. Okay? Representing the Grand Judah Bar Association on the Grand Judah University Board. Tamasa.
Grand Judah Board?
Yeah, the Grand Judah University Board. He's there representing the Grand Judah Bar Association. He's not chairman of the board. He's not vice chairman. He's not secretary. He poo-poo platoon. Standard Witherspoon said a government boom.
But you know, the thing about it, my brother, this guy called himself a centrist. Can he really define centrism? Can he really define it?
Ebi.
Yeah.
His own centrist is above his waist and below his chest.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, listen, how can you yourself in a capacity? That's the reason why I carried Isaac God quite a few times. So yourself in a capacity, a strategic capacity, just the immediate go election.
Yeah.
And you can't even explain what good you did for this thing. And then you come and sit there and talk about you form a group called, you say
centrist, yes, centrist movement.
Meaning you should be in the middle over there, say it as you see it and criticize what it means.
Yeah.
But in his diction, there is nothing that criticizes. Even the man served as a quarterback for the government, even when he on the platform and there's a critical view from other people. He comes in defense and excoriate the people on behalf of the government. And he calls himself a centrist.
Yeah.
He go after people that critical.
Belly-driven centrist.
What sort of thing is that? And then you come back and you talk about it. They give you a nominal position, talking about Grand Crew, Bull. They say, oh, somebody said you'll go there. They said, oh no, we can do the meeting, how they call it, via teleconference and this and that.
Yeah.
What university will be a board member of that you're not in a position to go invisible? Because the goal there is to bring those universities to certain level.
Right.
And do certain things in there. But because it's not one of those great job or for you to say, they say, oh yeah, you know, I'm happy about the position and this and that. But not in a position this. You serve a government that you are second in command.
Second in command.
For a prestigious entity with a lot of integrity.
Right.
And you know, and then you come and sit there and you use it.
Another thing, I can move the camera to show you the photo I have here in the studio about his late father, Ba Mason Bala.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. I got a big picture on the wall here that says we awarded the old man the Lifetime Achievement Award. And the papa get a famous quote. He said, "A chicken does not go about preaching that it is a delicacy, a tasty, desirable soup item." Okay? A chicken do not go about praising itself. That, man, put me in your soup, you'll enjoy it. Now what a yellow belly swan did.
But you know,
That parable by Bob Missing Bala
Right.
reflects to his son today.
But so true, my brother.
Yeah.
You talk about Bob Bala, because I mean I followed that man politics way back in the 80s and so forth during the golden. That man stood because he stood by Samuel Doe. He was principle-minded in that direction. Even when all of the war came where everybody left the country, they ran away and this and that, when they went back, there was a series of interim government, this and that. Right. He was still critical of those people, and he still stood. He stood his ground. He stood his ground. He believed that the government himself, the government was doing good.
Yeah.
He stood that ground. You are not running beyond the line of Amos Sawyer, there other people there for jobs around Monrovia Town there, up to the time he passed. You are not there casing, you know what, of those people to say, can't give me a job here, this and that. He didn't do it.
I got an email from that old man when he self-deported from here and went back to Liberia.
Right.
That was 2013. When this platform were all just about Grand Julia politics at the time. And then Kwame, Opa Weeks, and myself, we were running it. And we decided to honor Samuel Doe and those men that were killed in the port. And that old man sent me a write-up about 12 pages long. Before that, he sent me a letter thanking me for doing that. You know, to honor Samuel Doe on Facebook.
Right.
That was the first time. Okay? So that guy do not represent anything centrism.
No.
Mr. Gilmore,
Oh.
you see, you know, sometimes I sit, I try to contemplate and marvel because, thank God that, our struggle days, we had some time to be around some privileged area where our leaders have conversation and what have you, and we just sit and listen. I think we need to have common sense in our making decisions and how we do things as a party.
Right.
Never Kanye has been a member of the CDC. He has been a defiant from so on.
Right.
So to even say bringing close twice, we always know in politics, once the person is unstable and they dilly-dally, they go back and forth.
Back and forth.
You cannot deal with that person. This guy, just before 2017, this guy flipped and went to the other part to LP. And when we won the election, he came back on his knees. This is a guy that the struggle for bread determined his conscience.
Yeah.
It is not a rocket. You don't have to be a rocket science to determine the lifestyle of this guy.
No.
To take him to be a serious political person. And then that's why, look, let me say something here. You see, that is why, look, we do not, whenever we have something to do, we should always follow the structure of our party. And let me say this. We have to follow the structure of our party. There's no political institution will operate outside of the framework of this party. going through the hurricane of the party. And there where we're having the next steps in some time. And there are few individuals, when they have that closeness with the political leaders, they bring some baggage with them, and they use some means, and they get these people some places without the total knowledge of the structure that has been there. And there where we run into these things. You see how we're looking like today? Canyon, the party has its own way to screen line and determine potential partisans to play key role. How can a man be the campaign spokesperson? You use philosopher, ideologue in those areas. He didn't go through the rank and file of the CDC. No. He want to wear t-shirt, be friends with certain people, and then the CDC. No, it doesn't work like that. We grew into the party. We know how it works. That's why we always look, But I just want to thank the chairman and the member of the National Executive Committee. We cannot have a party deviant and we keep in there. We treat you as such, we push you out, and we get back on path. The expulsion of this guy, where the struggle for bread determines his conscience, it is important that we do that to set a precedent. We have set a precedent.
Don't make it sound good. The struggle, bread sound good. Say the struggle for crumbs.
The struggle for crumbs, because yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, so, thank you, sir, man. For
bread.
So I go elevate. I go just bread.
Yeah,
people can post something in the bread, so it'll be juicy, but crumbs.
Crumbs.
He tell me his conscience because he's going to Grand Gide. But it's good, Mr. Gilmore. It is good.
Absolutely.
They are expelled. Look at this guy, Zoe. Zoe has never been a member of the CDC.
No.
This guy won election as independent candidate from 2005.
But he ran to be senator as independent. He did not win.
They just can't force it.
He joined the CDC.
I say join the CDC. This is a fiasco. That's what I mean. It's fiasco.
Yeah.
They do it to just get a pathway for success.
Yeah.
That's how you became senator today.
Yeah.
So can't rely on it, guys.
No.
So it is good.
Let me announce. Maybe you'll come on. Let me announce. Our telephone lines are open, folks. We open for a few calls. If you want, you can call us here, WhatsApp, and direct the same number, 313-957-9702 is right on the screen. That's 313-957-9702, WhatsApp and direct. Let me say hi to my man Henry there in Boston, Massachusetts. And Henry, say hi to the Oma for me. And if she listening, Oma, Glugo.
And let me bring this again up.
Yeah,
I'll be very controversial on this one. There are certain, we have three group of people. We love everyone to come on board.
Right.
But there are people that have grown through the rank and file of the CDC. They would never flip-flop.
No.
They would never.
They would never.
Those are believers. They are believers.
They will never.
Yeah. That's the one they call
Fedayens. We know them. In some of them say you hear them talking. They don't talk.
They don't talk.
They only work.
Yep.
But these guys that can come with this flamboyance and get around the political leader and all type of thing, some of them will say they are reaction, but they are not real reaction.
No.
Because we know committed reaction. They will never leave Weah.
They are spies.
So these are spies, are king. They say they love Weah. And then they say the CDC people. So it is good that the party has come up with a strong pen to write the guys off so that this guy cannot contaminate our movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are calibrating now.
I like this comment. This comment from Carter W. He said, Mr. Gilmer, the Liberian people are normalizing betrayal. Absolutely, Carter.
Absolutely.
You know,
Abby, go ahead quickly. I got people on the lines.
Yeah. Let me just add on to what the guy stated right now. You know, for these people, especially the Unity Party, to come on and portray the CDC people that are not tolerant. You have the history of expelling your standard bearer. CDC has not done that.
No.
You have the history of expelling your chairman, Weah, to the point that he had to go join another party, a contest party, to be chairman. And he came back. You had a history of expelling prominent people from your party. One of the guys that all the people supported President Weah or CDC to win the 2017 election. So for you to come here and try to lecture seditionists that, oh yeah, these people CDC are not tolerant. I heard a guy that called himself some kind of corner on one of the sister platform talking about, oh, CDC is not tolerant. That's what makes some of us scared. We can't even join it. But you don't do a schoolwork before coming on that platform. So I get educated you a little bit today.
Thank you very much.
That standard bearer, their former president, at the highest level.
Yeah, and Bwaka was seated right there on her birthday.
Bwaka was there. You were sleeping smiling.
They insulted
her on her birthday.
They insulted her on her birthday.
Yeah.
For you to come and lecture CDC about what tolerance, please.
Let's go to the lines here. Musa Brown, folks, we out of time here, so we're gonna limit it to at least 45 seconds. Musa Brown, welcome. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Gilman, how you doing?
I'm good. Let's hear you.
I want to say hi to Delano and AD and our listeners. You know, Mr. Gilman, CDC gave Camille a long time. For me, I was never patient with Camille. Even when they announced Camille during the 2023 election, spokesperson, I had a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just as Delano was saying, Camille have been a friend. And a friend is different from a family member. CDC is a family member.
Right.
And maybe those are some of our mistakes that we did that cost us the election in 2023.
Yeah.
Because we did not take a family member who took friends. And we took friends and put them to key positions.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Mr. Gilman, that's where some of our problem came from. Because Camille was just with the Liberia Party. And right after the first round in 2017, Canada came and begged him on their bended knees because he saw something juicy coming. Now, we left real family member of the CDC and took Camille and sent him to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission.
Yeah.
It got real gurus of the CDC angry. This man was just costing you a few days. You come back, you take him and put him to a lucrative position. Why is two other are Liberian? But Mr. Gibbon, the CDC or any other political party, Mr. Gibbon, is a family. It's a union. So when you fight together, you enjoy together. And that's why some of the things that United Party is pointing to us.
Right.
That's what they pointing to us. We fight together, we enjoy together, we move together. And make the union strong.
Thank you. Thank you, Musa.
You see?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Gilman, I'm just ready to say that it's belated. The decision for the noise, because look, Mr. Gilman, let me just end on this. Zopera. It's Zopera to go to Great Britain and sit among our people. That some of the old man that were looking at me when you were talking, that President Weah lied.
Yeah.
That was the honesty. The next day, Zopera shall be expelled.
Absolutely.
That's that day.
Thank you.
You see?
Thank you.
Thank you, and God bless you.
No doubt. Let's welcome Ms. Campbell, Josephine Campbell from Iowa. Welcome. Let's hear you quickly. 45 seconds.
Yes, hello, my family.
Hello.
I want to say thanks and welcome, Triple D. We missed you so much.
Right. Miss you too.
Yeah. You know what? God don't make mistake. God put these people there So Liberian people will know them. If they were not going to win, Liberia were not going to be peace.
Right.
But now, Parker has destroyed everywhere until he destroyed the Unity Party. Those that left CDC today that voted for him, they are all crying in their bed. Because they know from now they might follow their great-grandchildren. They're taking it to be for right now. But tomorrow, their children will pay for what they did.
Absolutely.
That's how life goes. So Jesus protected CDC from this. They were ready to kill. But the whole internet, can you imagine what they get into there? They're confused. They are.
They are confused.
People that lose, they are happy. But those that win know what they're doing to our people.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Babies are in the streets. So that's why I stop. And let them leave our class and let them leave her alone.
Absolutely.
That the later in life they're trying to destroy, but God will not permit them to do that in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.
Why you sow that? Why you read it? They can't come in. Bye.
Thank you. Kiman Saki, it was good that we gave this election to Unity Party to show all the ungrateful people no one will be able to pretend to us after 2029. Wilton Ketter, welcome.
Thank you, Brother Gilman. So let me touch a couple of things. Because the Kanyo ballot thing is the least of
how
any
you sounding? You sounding like you far from the phone. You on speaker?
No. Am I so far?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So Kanyo ballot is the least of any discussion. It's a non-entity.
Right.
It brings nothing to CDC as far as adding value to our electric. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Because of him, we lost an election. He was the most incompetent spokesman for the campaign, and it shows that because they interfere on OKF and all that kind of thing. Everybody knows. So, I mean, he can go. The thing that I really want, two things I want to touch on: the first lady and the so-called the so-called man that cost people back in the day. So, the first lady, Mr. Gilman, there's no way these people can pick this first lady passport from her. They will try. They have no right to even take a passport because she is not on any criminal investigation. She has no case in the court or an indictment. The only way they can take that passport from her is she has an indictment in the court and the jury found that the charges against her are valid and the court does not want her to leave the country, then they can do that. They can never do that. They're asking this lady for paper. You who want the woman to show, you who say you accuse the woman, bring your evidence and then get the woman to court. And then if the court look at the evidence and say, yeah, you got strong evidence, they put exit Republican on the woman thing, they hold her passport, it makes, at this point, they can't do nothing. It's official. Everybody is now going to that whole foundation and they're saying, wow, the government should stop.
Absolutely.
Even the government, the men that brought the government to power, the Witherspoon.
Yeah. And Kone, where in the Amara?
Yeah, Amara Kone went there. The former president went there. People go in there. So it's a done deal. I think they're just doing it and they will blow back in his government face to show how this president is evil and these people are behind. The other thing is this individual who they go into the court. For me, I'll be honest with you, I understand we're talking about the hypocrisy, and I look at the hypocrisy in it.
Mm-hmm.
He was cussing last time, he cussed President Weah, great grandmother, the mom, all the people. The very people today that won't bring the court were the one that were giving him money to do that. They gave him money when they went in Nima County, they called him the king, or the man who made this government we have to leave office today. They're calling on me. The day when he come back home and start cussing them, they don't want to bring in the court.
Yeah.
I want them to put him in jail. The reason is it will show who is the dictator now. You remember when they used to call President Weah dictator because President Weah said, if anybody cost me, I don't know, when I walk the street, they will
Yeah, you said other people that swear me, they know more. Yeah.
Yeah. You know? So today, I wanted tomorrow, and he will go to jail tomorrow, trust me, because I want to call him to that place.
Of course.
When they put him in jail, when he come back now, we're asking who is the dictator now.
Who is the dictator? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me
Thank you so much.
Mas SP Pelu from Australia. Welcome. Mas, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy. I just want to say that yellow ballot swan was the best decision to get him out of CDC.
Right.
Because I like the timing. They waited until he got his committee job or whatsoever he got before they spare him.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do it before time, they was they spend what they gave him. They gave him a job first. Now he get his job, he can go. That was the best thing.
Yeah.
And guess what? I did the fire in camp. Have you seen a post in a few days?
No.
Have you seen plenty writing on Facebook?
No.
Okay, there's fire in the camp. They're fighting among themselves that he only, the yellow ballot swan only care about himself. He only fighting for himself. Only he and one other guy they call Weah, he fighting for. So they're fighting. Some people saying the group say I now resign for CDC, I can go back to CDC. Can you imagine that? Imagine. And I resign and go back. That guy only know about himself. So there's a fire in the camp. They are fighting on the side. You see, they plenty writing, they plenty posting about centrism, going down quietly.
Yeah.
So now they get to know that he's only for himself. He's there for himself. He only fighting for himself. Absolutely. So I just want to let you know that. So that fire in the camp. Then all of them fighting, 91%, all of them, now they believe that he only drew them so he can get his popularity and get his job. That's all he's there for. So now I wanted to say thank you for the show. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Minnesota. Lomagere, Joyce Lomagere Wim, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Kima, you doing ABL, Tamasa, you doing Harry, Madam. You're there by the head of Mr. Kimo.
Hello, how you doing?
The people here of the comment that bro, that you say Niman Poka. You don't forgive, you don't forget, he let to pay debt. So the United Party people are fishing. They didn't have no girlfriend, Gloria Mususka. And she went to jail, they are fishing. So they can say the people won't be CDC person in jail. That's all they are hunting for. So they can say we pay there. That is there they won't pay.
Yeah.
But they must be careful. To make the Weah a U.S. citizen. A man a U.S. citizen. They play with her. They play with the whole. Because not only America won't give her money, European people to need that. The Germany people, Europe, everybody contribute to what's that building they're sitting down there. So they're fight. When they finish fighting with the both zero there, they'll be all right. But I join them, Mr. Kimon. What I say, we're not making new land. So me, I want to know all the other countries that can go pay for money too. I call creating new money there.
Money, yeah. Yeah.
That me I want to know because I want to ask a question. What America making you creating new money? You and he saying people in Nigeria creating new money. But I'm creating new money in any other country.
No.
So like people, you be careful when your person speak. The whole world yeah.
The whole world
and we'll angle it. We'll repeat it over so the whole world yeah. That call creating new land. That call creating new money for you. I'll listen, Mr. Kimon. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much, Lord. Again, let's go to Liberia and welcome this caller on the WhatsApp line 231-7087. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gilman.
Yes. Welcome. Your name and where you calling from? I see you got a Liberian number.
Yeah, I'm Tom Gazelle. I'm calling from across the Atlantic.
Welcome,
the
Gazelle.
issue I just wrote on your show about the issue about the party and recruiting better driven politicians who later on tend to betray the party.
Yeah.
Yes, the mistakes is always coming from our leaders. The leaders will look at people with cold suit, people who have money, and then anytime they go and come back to the party, these are the people that they can welcome.
Yeah.
But we spoke against that, and that there was no need for any CDC to look for collaborators, because CDC has manpower. The only thing you need to do is to groom these young people and empower them to become influential politicians. They are all already influential people in the communities. They are in different leadership capacities, but because they don't have the money, they don't have the appearance, so people will always neglect them and go look for people who wear coat suits and come up with Bishop or what have you. The recruiting of Kandio Bagbala was a serious problem for the CDC. Even ascending to the position of campaign spokesperson, for CDC. Yeah, we spoke against it because there were voices that were in CDC that could held a position, but instead the presidency decided through the influence of other people and brought Kandio Bagbala on board. Molo spoke against it. Carlos Day, all the folks were not happy with that. But because we're already into election and the pronouncement was already made, we don't want the confusion about we allow Kandio. But going forward, we need to advise our people not to look up there, but to look down to groom a powerful citizens. We are many. Absolutely. We are many.
Absolutely.
And I pray that we'll get back to Liberia, because sooner or later we'll be going back to Liberia and make our voices heard in CDC. So thank you so much for the show, and we should continue these kind of programs so that our people will be enlightened, because our people are always betrayed, brainwashed, and we are seeing the effect now. Joseph Barker has failed. He has nothing to offer Liberia. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's go back to Minnesota. Confident D. And then that will be Teddy Yankun, and this number is a New York number, 347-3348 will be our last caller. Confident, welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hello, Mr. Gilman and the rest of the panelists.
Yeah.
Hello to everybody. Yeah, Mr. Gilman, today I was sitting and I look at Liberia, and I asked myself, I said, where is our downtown in Liberia, Mr. Gilman?
Where is downtown?
Yeah, what do we have downtown?
That Broad Street, Runner Street, Macklin Street,
Kerry Street,
from Johnson Street, Johnson and Broad Street, all the way to Macklin Street.
Okay.
Snapper Hill, that downtown.
Is that part of the government land, that Broad Street and thing that you name me, or is personal property?
I think mostly personal property. That were the 340 people that were their land there.
Confident to answer your question. Yeah, confident to answer your question. Just imagine it's a personal property to the point that you never had any public office over there. All the buildings you see over there, governor or renting, all of them for
governor renting all of them.
Yes.
Okay, but Mr. Gilman, you and I were in Liberia. I think you just came back from Liberia.
Yeah.
I think you went down that downtown. You went to downtown. You went on Broad Street. You went to Kerry Street, Benson Street. How do you look at it, though? Is it a decent place?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
All that.
Because the reason I asked the question, Mr. Gilman, actually, if Ome Baka really serious talking about development, a country that don't have a downtown is not a country. Because that thing you just gave me said that our downtown, Broad Street, and Medlin Street, and Benson Street, I don't think it's Liberia. I don't think that Liberia downtown there.
That was the first
Because
residential area.
Yeah, okay. But Mr. Gilman, I think that's where Bwaka supposed to destroy first. Go and break all the rotten buildings down.
Especially coconut plantation.
Yes. Go down there and destroy all the because those buildings are
that
still
government land down there. Somebody said I'm not talking about it. That whole coconut plantation.
Okay. But Mr. Gilman, the Broad Street, the Benson Street, the Kerry Street, all those houses, they all nasty to be in our downtown. So I think Bwaka was supposed to deal with those buildings first before to disturb the suffering masses, you know. That the first place, Mr. Gilman, that the first place Bwaka was supposed to deal with. But I think because of our elite family, because of that, I think that's why he left it. But if you go down on Medlin Street or Benson Street or Kerry Street, it's very filthy, Mr. Gilman. Very nasty. Yeah. Nasty to be called our downtown. So that's why I wanted to say, Mr. Gilman, because those people that are crying because they break their property, I feel sorry for them. But at the same time, we can't do anything about it because that's the government that some of them wanted. Yeah. Even though those people that were affected, and not every one of them sedition, and not every one of them are unity partisan, they all mix up down there. Right. So it's sad. It's sad for our country, you know. But that's what we get when we make wrong decisions. Yeah. Just going to end here. Thank you very much.
Election has consequences.
Yeah, really. Yeah, been proven. Yeah, been proven for real.
Laura,
okay, thank you.
Laura Askey, that downtown is so conjugated and nasty. Broad Street is dirty. Teddy, the Lion Yankun, welcome. Let's hear you quickly.
Greetings. Thanks, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
For the call. Yeah. A call today to appreciate the decision made by the party for taking out experience, Kanyo Babala, because the past few months or time or few weeks, Kanyo Babala been on the world stage on a big platform like that. Really been, betraying our party, and some of us, our blood been boiling. But it be later, but it was a good decision. We don't usually expel our people when you have proven yourself to be very much a betrayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to Prophet Key,
don't say that name here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm very much sorry. Sorry, brother and sister. I'm very much. Honestly, right, it's because of our society, and so many people have no IQ, and they promoted that name in such a mean on a person, and now we're seeing the man who is the Chief Justice lowering the bar, in such a way that shows the man that it's a political strategy. It seems that. The vice president, the so-called man, is working for the vice president in Nima, because a Nima brother. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the man who they sue now. I don't want to call his name.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. They can see all the chicks, all the job coming on now. He eating a lot of money for that vice president. I think there's a strategy from the vice president trying to illustrate this to. He's just trying to promote this guy for the guy to be how to have the. Way to brainwash the foreign masses, the people who don't really think well, who make poor decisions to elect United Party government. They in desperate. By all means, they're trying to find a way to how the way they can fool the Liberian people again tomorrow. Just put some people behind him trying to make him strong for campaign. I think that's something that I'm thinking about. They just trying to promote that guy. They may put him in jail. They put him in jail, of course, but all that praying and all the grammar that those people will make for him, this, that, when he comes out, it'll just be some kind of promotion for him, in a way to hypnotize the minds of, Liberians who don't really think well. But however, someone still feeling bad now. So, for president, we have to even give this country to that woman. If who is Joseph Braga, President, we will not give him this country to him. I know Braga, my family doing so well, very well. He's an old town crook. A man who was a BM, who is a make the BM that had drive money. But you know who is Braga? I'm sorry, but I don't talk too much. We're feeling bad. We're feeling bad.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Yako.
Thank you.
Says Harriet, we said comment making me cracking up. Yeah, she said, don't say that name. Here got me cracking up. and that's why I'm laughing about too. Victoria added, Kerry and Benson Street, People's Building is very nasty. Newport Street, very nasty. From Victoria added there. Vicky, how are you tonight? Welcome. Okay, our last caller, 347-3348. Hello, your name?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
My name is Kun Nangbe. I'm calling from the state of New York.
Nangbe, Kun.
Yeah, I'm following the show.
Yeah, I see your comments. You've been following forever, but I hear you tonight.
Yeah, George Weah, he should come to himself. He should start talking about peace, peace, peace. This government is now out for peace.
No.
This government is not out for peace. The first law of nature is self-preservation.
Self-preservation.
This government is not up for peace. This government hates anything that carry Weah, even his photos. This government is not up for peace. Secondly, those that be expelled from the party, one person is left out, and that person is ungrateful Solomon George.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from District 7. Solomon George, he didn't win the
primary.
Ticket for the primary ticket for CDC. It was Andrew Gono. Andrew Gono won the primary for CDC, but because Andrew Gono, he had 1 vote laying to United Party, 1 vote laying to CDC. So that was the reason they never gave it to him. And it was because of George Weah, Solomon George become representative for District 7. That gentleman is very ungrateful.
Very. Yeah.
That's my contribution to the show. Have a good night.
No doubt. Thank you very much. And this comment, and then we're going to go to Tamasai AB for the closing comments here. Victoria Ade, I'm sure 2029 the Liberian people will not sell their votes for $20 and half bag of butter rice and pinto beans. AB, you ready to fire? I see you open your mic already.
Oh, no.
So just go ahead and Tamasai will close tonight. Yeah. Go ahead, AB.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Again, let me say thanks to the callers, man. At this time of the night, for people to be out, that's how much people are concerned about the unfolding situation in our country.
Absolutely.
The thing about it is that these guys they think they can make Grand Jita a political football.
Yeah.
Can you, Barbara, can you point to anything?
Not just Grand Jita, the Southeast.
Yes. Can you point to anything, can you, that when they made you a prestigious position, they gave you that position, can you point to anything that substantial you did in Grand Jita County? Nothing. Can you point to any grand leader that you assisted? Zero.
Henry Doe trended earlier on. He said, Michael, Candio doesn't have anything in Zwedru or in Grand
Yes.
there, so to speak.
If you have such a position where pay attached to the ruling party and you did nothing over there, not even buffer you built over there, and for you to come today, you want to be the face of that county and the people like pretending that you're speaking for them, you might be living in La La Land. People will see you for who you are. They, like my brother can say, the YBS, they will see you in that direction. So we got to lay that to rest. And all of those that are misbehaving at this point in time, those are people that they enjoy lucrative positions in CDC, the likes of Kanyo, the likes of what do you call the guy, Zopena, and of course somebody just spoke about this, Solomon Joe, that other Nielsen that is sourced all over the place. He benefited from somebody that Solomon Joe could never get elected on his own merit in a particular district.
No way.
He can't get a merit of it. Look, that's a guy that I saw that guy back in the 80s when we used to go watch football game all 8 years there. That man could get a brave man to even take out a pen and bend down for people. The how he was a public nuisance. So for him to come stand around, recently I saw that he posted, he said, I think he's doing consultancy with the National Port Authority or whatever it is. That's all he wants. You understand? So those kind of people, you just got to write them off and be done with them. They are nothing. But you know, the thing about it is that you talk about the former First Lady. Mr. Walker, your wife, if you guys are saying now that, oh, the woman went out and solicited money for international community, use your wife to go out and solicit too. You are president. You got your parents out there. Solicit and bring similar thing in Bombing Hills or somewhere in Liberia, so that at least we'll get 2 of those kind of facilities, 2, 3, 4 of them, or whatever it is. But envy, the ones that are George Weah left today, even at the presidential launch over there at the port,
at the airport. Yeah.
The airport, I've been made to understand that Baka put his picture on the floor of that presidential launch. To the point they didn't even want to recognize the fact that that launch is named after Cloud Weah. So that's how much they want to erase her name. You understand? So you got an invisible park over there. All the toilet, all of the facility order, they are deteriorating, and you're not maintaining them. Nothing of the kind. Because the legacy of George Weah is attached to it. You have a finance minister that stated that in fact the word harmonization, you don't even want to use it. It's like a taboo in addictions. They don't want to use it because it's attached to George Weah and CDC. That's the interest of the country. That's how much the hatred, but because they see the president, the arrowhead of the nation, they see he exhibiting this kind of behavior, so obviously it will trickle down to all of the guys who they will exhibit those things with impunity. You understand? But again, my brother, we will not relent. The thing about it is that people will have to come. That notion of, oh, you know, CDC cannot go recruit people and this and that. You don't need to recruit anybody. If you think that you believe in the cause of an institution, you got to avail yourself. Go there and join them. They don't have to come knocking your door. But because you got recruited, so you didn't believe, you are not a believer. So you will betray the cause of that. But when you're a strong believer, you don't need to be recruited. You will avail yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you got it from here, you went to Liberia, you decided to join at your volition, you join CDC because you are a believer, you believe in the cause of that institution. They didn't come knocking your door all around the place. Oh man, yeah, give me can go join. So and then if you have people like that, you gotta understand it have to be believers, not a question of recruiting people. But again, I know time is fast spent, my brother. It's great that we will continue to do this and avail ourselves to contribute to the cause of the the betterment of Liberia.
Absolutely. Thank you, AB. Tamasa.
Yeah, Mr. Gilmore. Thank you, the Watchman. I think there are many things, but I think what will be more substantive for me to talk about, it is the issue of my party. I think it's very important because I remember in 2019, I went to Liberia for that election, the senatorial by-election that brought DeLong I remember I had a press conference and I had an interview with Banner FM at the time. We had Jalak, Emmanuel Greyfields, were at Banner at the time. And I had a 1-hour interview with them. And we'll try to analyze the entire election process and then some of the mistakes that I saw during those times. And I used my political risk analysis. And in that interview, I asked Jala wanted to play that interview. And I told Jala, I said, looking at how things are and going to my party headquarters and seeing how the structure is operating and how things is moving, I'm afraid. And I said that if we continue to go on this particular trajectory, I don't think the 2023 election will be a better result for us. But that is history. We are pursuing 2029. And one of the, people should not downplay. One of the most significant things, we have been grassroots and we have played many roles and many things there. Don't downplay the structure of the institution. Any major decision, any major thing that we want to do, it should be institutionalized within the institution. I want to emphasize that because I know many of the cadres and revolutionaries are following back home. We have to go back to that place. Look, have you yet the elect of Alex Barkley? These are men, Trukongia, Janjak Bakwe. No matter what, it's rough. That is, people might eat sand. They rather eat sand, but they will protect the integrity of their party. And because the reason is, because this guy, there are many, I just named just 3.
Right.
But this guy grew up with all into the party. So there are certain principles, ethics, and values that we learn. We have to go back there. We have to go back there. As we are recalibrating or restructuring and doing things, I prayed on the conscience of our leaders to make sure that the institution, the little thing, the Women League, the Youth League, should be solely empowered, structure, focus on, breathe upon, and go back into the communities and make sure we start our things that we used to do, the grassroots progressive politics, and they will gear towards building ourselves for 2029. We should really think into this. And I said that 2019 because I saw that was lacking. When I went on the ground, I knew that it was lacking. And it was difficult for it to come back together. But saying now we are now sitting in the opposition, I think it is time that the leaders of our party go back to the old order, go back to status quo, make sure that those various institutions be empowered. Make sure that respect and dignity be given to the institutions. That when decisions are made, these people should be part of the decision making. And that's what we used to do. And when leaders are emerged from these areas, these people are firebrand. They have drank through the fountains of knowledge from the party, and they can never ever betray the institution. We need to go back there. Mr. Gilman, I thank you so much. And I want to salute the National Executive Committee of our party, especially the acting chair, global chair, Chairman Chair Jangako, and the legs of other lieutenants for sitting around the table and bringing the red pen out and making sure that the red pen be used to expel the dissidents and deviants of this who came to say they are members of our party, to throw them out for good. I think it is important. It will serve as a deterrent and making sure that we will not allow and condone any bad apples, because we are planning for 2029.
Yeah.
We don't want the hope of our people to be dampened. We don't want our people to be confused, because the man will be branding saying member of the CDC, but then you in a black account, and then he preach then saying CDC man.
Yeah.
We can't allow that.
And that's what President Weah spoke about on Sunday. He said the girl sent his text message for school fees.
Yeah.
He said, show me
on the other side.
Yeah,
show me part of us.
Yeah, show me your pictures, your CDC pictures.
No, we will not. We will not. So I just want to thank you, and let us keep the hope. Look, 2029 is wrapped for us. Let us keep the courage. Let us keep the hope. But we need one voice. So we don't want people to be confused. And that's why when we see such like this, I think, and I want to salute the party said, because they have immense restraint and to allow this guy for almost 18 months and something like that to be back, you know. And the final result came up, you know, today or yesterday. I mean, it is good. Thank you, Mr. Gilman. I salute the party. We are preparing for 2029. We are recalibrating and calibrating and making sure that we build our structure from the way, look, we have our template, so they have nothing. We just want to encourage our party leaders and other executive members, even the standard bearer, the former president, to make sure that, you know, we focus on our party structure. And thank God, that's why he laid emphasis on building the new party headquarters. I salute him for that, because once that new party headquarters is built, the men and women of our party will be able to come together to emerge with dignity and respect. And that's what I salute him. I call him the political warbearers and the prophet who said they are liars. And now we are seeing the lies that are emanating from the guys that he once said these guys are liars. So thank you. I salute all those that have caught to the show, and also our many followers, the GHT and the Silent family, for your contribution as well to the show. But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
The wise man.
Thank you very much, Delano Tamasa and AB. Thanks for being on here tonight. All right, folks. Kun Nangbe, say thank you, Mr. Gamer, the voice of the voiceless, for the show. Thank you. You're welcome there. Peter Saye, Mr. Gamer, the YouTube channel is very clear. I'm enjoying it. Be thankful, Addison. Great show tonight, guys. You're welcome. Thank you. And Victoria added, Nagola English, she will go speak. So nobody will understand her to give her money. I know, right? Okay, so on Friday, we will be hosting this group, Canada Africa Care Foundation, Friday evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, please join us then and make it a great conversation. Paula Orita Reto is a member of this group. Wanto Tia Wanto, our own, is a member, and the former health minister, Honor President Weah, Dr. Wehemina Jala, is also a member. Okay, and a host of other Liberians. I see AC Ko Dagadu there is a member too. And I mean, let's work together, like President Weah said, and build our country, because at the end of the day, Liberia is all we have. Okay, it's true that one man cannot be responsible for the peace of 5 million people. Okay, or even for the peace of his home and the other home. So you got two people. One man cannot be responsible for the peace of the two of them. They both have to agree that there has to be peace. Okay? But this government do not see it like that. They don't see it like that. And what is happening here is, take it or leave it. They have tested their resolve for 2029. And they are trying to put it into motion to steal the election, to rig the election, to declare themselves winners. Because Jeremiah Bankun said it. CDC will be in court and will be having inauguration. Election matters are elevated in no time to the Supreme Court, just like the Supreme Court did with this entity, to elevate him to the status of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will put our appeal or CDC's appeal on the table while inauguration is going on. So we should not allow these things happen. There has to be a checkpoint. Right now, what we do today will yield results in 2029. Elections are not won on the day of election. It's the preparations you make towards that date will determine your victory. Okay? Elections are not won on the day of elections, but the preparations you make will determine your victory. Okay? Let's continue to keep hope alive. Let's work together and keep our country safe. That's all we can do to keep it safe. All right? But everybody must work towards peace. But we can all keep it safe. If we keep it safe, we'll fight to keep it at peace. God is not making new lands. Liberians will not resolve the war. Had it been so, the many things done by this government to the Liberian people, there would have been war. So, hey, they've taught us that way. We must pay them back in kind.
When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Boca in the UAE, he gon' come back with strength in the relationship. Rescue mission das young. Boca das kama in chief. Hey, old man's kama in chief. The rescue mission that's done. 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 Hey, old man's Cameroon chief. The rescue mission that's done. 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 And George Weah went to UAE. He came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Boca in the UAE. When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Boca in the UAE, he gon' come back with strength in the relationship. In the UAE, he gon' come back with strength in the relationship. Now old man Boca in the UAE, he gon' come back with strength in the relationship. Rescue mission that's done. Bokai das kama in chief. Hey, rescue mission. The rescue mission that's done. 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 traditional.